What's up? What's up, and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab. Rocking a purple background again in honor of NFL Draft Day coming up for the Minnesota Vikings. Can't wait. Can't wait. I think I'm probably gonna take I'm gonna give plays out today and tomorrow. I'll give out like podcast plays with like Discord. Like I'm probably just chilling. Like, man, my wife actually I think is gonna be gone for the day, so maybe I have to make a pizza with my son or something. Maybe try to coax him into watching it with me. If not, I'll just sit on the couch watching it alone. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see the draft. Um, What's up? Let's see. I think I tweeted that I was live and whatever. So we'll people join here, as they come. We'll buy some quick time here, just looking at the weather report. Marcus, yeah, I think I don't know, probably another one coming. I just like there's a lot that I like on the slate of things today. I mean, there really is. Just kind of still playing a little timid because I've been, sucking. And unfortunately, the Phillies, early up promo, I really liked them yesterday and they came out on fire and that hit in like the second inning, so like I'm in that stage of like not sharing plays because I've been a little cold, but at least I'm hitting. So, that'll turn around here soon. Let's see. Cleveland Boston game's got 55% chance of rain. It looks like when the game starts, but afterwards it's going to be okay. Actually, it's rain, and then 8 o'clock. So that there may actually be some issues with that game, in terms of like rain out or at least like being delayed. We got some good weather though. Some pretty good hitting environments. Weather blowing out, somewhat at Red Stadium, blowing out at Nationals. Blowing in Yankees, blowing in Braves. Let's see, Cubs though. To make sure we talk about here, Cubs blowing out. Do I have a play? I actually don't have a play on the Cubs, but I lean Astros for the early up promo because I just think they're going to be able to hit some home runs in this ballpark. They hit lefties really well, and that's kind of what I'm playing. Just kind of thinking he's going to hit some good runs. Blowing out at Cardinal Stadium. Blowing out at Angels. Man, forget the Angels though. I'm tired of I was on Mike Trout yesterday and dude didn't do anything for us. Marcus, yeah, I probably do some college baseball today. These midweek games can be kind of hard. And then even just as far as like the rainouts and stuff. Oh shit, rainouts and everything, but we might give it a shot. Let's see. I don't know how well you guys are gonna be able to see this. But is there a better way? You can't see my face, but I made this up. I want to start doing. I actually had this thought like this morning at like 3 a.m. when I was feeding my son, and just maybe try to put this out, on socials and share it in the Discord too. But this is each starting pitcher today and how many home runs they've given up for the day. So you can see, on the left to the right, obviously, you got Blackburn down there, hasn't given up any. Actually, let me take this off. I cut Henry out. That should be 3. Rogers, Blackburn, Sanchez, they haven't given up any home runs, so just in terms of like, looking at overs, looking at, home run lottos, anything like that, some good information here. Mieta, 7 home runs given up already. King 6, Fetty 5, Dunning 5, Canning 5. And I mean, I'm not going to read it for you guys, but I kind of made this up. It's, at Live Joe Bets on Twitter. I posted it like 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. I kind of, put my idea to paper, so to speak, or whatever. And, made this little graphic, and it's not, fantastic or anything like that, but I just thought I'd kind of get that information out and just something else to continue to make me, make me stand out or whatever, to kind of have that stuff, so just to kind of check it out here. But we got some, Mieta has given up the most home runs in the league. I don't even think he's tied. I think he is, in fact, just the pure number one leader in home runs given up. So the Rays, haven't been hitting a lot of home runs, but that's something to think about, as we progress or whatever. So let me pull my box back up here. Let me go ahead and remove this. And oh shoot, my notes. Man, I tell you, being the director and everything, having to click all these buttons and talk, sometimes it's a lot. Before we get into the plays here, beer money picks as usual. A lot of you guys have come from here. We added a new capper today. Jay Bookie. Talked to him a lot. In the past, I've also done some collabs with him in the past. He bets similar to me. I think we could arguably have the three best builders, and some people will say like maybe that's not what we need. Some people will say that's what we need. Me, Maggi, and Jay Bookie, pretty solid. He bets just like I do. If you're used to me in the Discord with some of those like two leg kind of getting creative for even money type plays, like that's the way he bets. At least in my opinion, or at least from what I've seen, from what I think. He's been pretty good. Was with a really big Discord, and is now kind of come down to us. Anyway, little announcement, little fun thing there. But let's go ahead and get into the plays here. Well, I guess before we do it, we'll talk about what we did yesterday. Today is April 23rd. It's a Tuesday, lunchtime in the lab. Yesterday we went 2-1, so I'll certainly take that. We've gone 2-1, 2-1, 2 days in a row. So this weird streak that we're having is hopefully going to turn it around. I continue to ask for some warm weather and just to get these balls to fly. If you follow me, the camera's blurry. If you follow me on Twitter, man, like in that Yankee game, I tweeted about it. Why does my camera look like it's blurry? I tweeted about it. I mean, there's just like these fly balls, like they got 105 mile an hour exit velocity, 104, 107, 110, whatever. Fly out, fly out, fly out, fly out. Like no home runs. The Yankees really could have ran away with that game, but I mean, they were just missing, or like the ball just wasn't traveling or something. I swear I look like I'm blurry. Maybe my eyes are just blurry. Anyway, Yankees team total over. I mean, obviously never had a hope. Sears pitched fantastic. We talked about him being 0-3 and just having a bad record, bad ERA against them, and he pitched good. Good for him. Raves -1.5 on the run line, that hit. They won by 2. Padres -1.5 on the run line, that hit. They won by 2. Padres realistically should have won by like 10. They were 1-9 runners in scoring position. They had left a ton of guys on base. Like they could not hit with a runner on until like the 8th inning or whatever it was when they cracked it open. So nice little 2-in-1 day. I'll certainly take it. 2-in-1 day in back-to-back days. So that's awesome. That's good. We winning. I'll take it. I'm okay sacrificing a win as long as that means loss, as long as that means we're getting 2 wins on top of it. But I've also got a couple. I got a couple home run people that I'm kind of interested in. If y'all want to chat home runs at the end, but we'll get into it here. What's up, Darren? Why is I swear my camera looks blurry. It's driving me crazy. I got all these tabs open too, but I don't know. Okay. Anyhow, where are we at? Here it is. This graph shows Patrick Corbin. Today is Patrick Corbin Day for those of you that celebrate. Patrick Corbin has been a big fan of this podcast here. He's a very nice guy and he likes to win us a lot of money. So we're going to continue to get after Patrick Corbin here. Let me actually look though, because I forgot. If you're in the Discord, you've seen this play already, and we got it at good odds. At this point, it may actually be toast, and we might have to switch it up here. Oh, it's still there. So I don't use it very often. ESPN bet first 5 innings, Dodgers total runs -135. Little juicy, not terrible. Over 2.5 is going to be the play. If you look at it on DraftKings, what the hell's the game at? Pull up on DraftKings real quick. -160 on DraftKings. We can get it -135 at ESPN bet. I could see this going to 3.5. It was at 3.5 in the matchup they just had like a week ago or whatever. Patrick Corbin just faced them recently. It was at 3.5. It cashed at 3.5. If you want to get rid of that juice, try to throw like the Braves money line on there, or give the Braves, some points or something like that. There's certainly ways to get around it, or just play the full game team total over 5.5. I feel like that could be pretty okay as well. But the official play today will be the Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. Oh, you could also play like the first 7 on DraftKings, which is over 4.5. At plus money. I mean, that could certainly work if you didn't want to play the 5.5 for the full game, thinking they do all the damage early. But Patrick Corbin, 0-3, 8.06 ERA. He's given up 5, 7, 4, and 4 runs in his 4 starts. I mean, the guy's just been getting tagged, and he's been getting tagged for a while. He's up there along, fading Kyle Hendricks, Kyle Freeland, but I think Freeland got hurt sliding. I haven't seen him pitch in a while. I didn't pay attention if he's on like the IL or anything like that. But he's given up four runs. He's given at least 4 runs in all first 5 of his starts. So he's been clearing this number by a run in every single start, if not higher. The last start he just had was against the Dodgers, and he did give up 4 runs in the first 5. The line was over 3.5 in that game, and I was afraid. He had given up 3 in the first 2, and added a run at the bottom of the 5th, and we passed on it because I was just unsure. I don't normally like to take the over 3.5. That ended up cashing anyway. So the last time these guys played, this bet would have cashed in just the second inning. The Dodgers, as much as I hate them, they've been hitting, a little better. They just hung 10 on the Mets here just recently. The Dodgers are banned for spread betting, money lines. The Dodgers are not winning games that they should win at this point. Maybe I'll go back to it. But this not exact same matchup, because I don't know who was pitching for the Dodgers at the time, but in a similar matchup, I mean, they were able to win. I think they won 6-1 or something like that. If you wanted to play like the Dodgers team total, pull it down in the money line, I'm sure they're going to win, but I don't have any faith in the Dodgers at this point, unfortunately. They've lost 3 of the last 5 games against the Mets and the Nationals. I mean, these are 2 lower level teams that they should not be, losing series to. That's why they're banned for the money line. But when you have familiarity with the pitcher, I mean, that's dangerous. That's why, a lot of times you could have somebody pitch really well in the first inning, the second inning, and then when that third at bat comes around, then they crack him because they see his release, they see the stuff he's throwing, they see the ball a little better, and they get to him. That's why sometimes, it's exceptionally dangerous to have a pitcher go, a third time around, because then that's when, they can generally really get to him. And you normally see a lot of the complaints. It's like, oh, why didn't you take the pitcher out in the 6th inning or whatever? He's getting tired, whatever. I mean, sometimes it's the case, but really it's the pitcher learning and coming along. They just faced him within 7 days, something like that. So it was really, it was real close, start here. So I think that just means that they're going to he's going to jump on him just even sooner here, realistically. So first play going to be fading our boy Patrick Corbin. We're going over 2.5 first 5 team total for the Dodgers. That's an early game too, which is awesome. Normally when we bet the Dodgers, we got to play them, on me on the East Coast. You got not on the East Coast, Eastern. It's 10 o'clock start or something like that. I think this one's a 6:40 or something. I think it is 6:46. Second play today, going with the White Sox versus the Twins. White Sox fan. Going under 7.5 on ESPN bet. We were on one of these real low unders just recently. Unfortunately, it was the Twins and the Tigers. The Tigers ended up scoring all the runs by themselves. Twins didn't do anything. I still feel pretty good about this spot, to be honest. I think this is another one where it's like they might not even be able to make the total low enough, in my opinion. They just played last night. The Twins won 7-0. If we took this at under 7.5, we would have won, on the hook. Some books have it at an even 7. You would have pushed. I like, searching for the 7.5 and playing on an ESPN bet because we get you take away that push potential. I would rather have a push potential on an over than a push potential on an under, if that makes sense. The White Sox have been shut out plenty of times. I mean, they probably lead the league in the amount of times they've been shut out. They haven't been able to score a run. Before we look at who's pitching, realistically, this is a play on the offense. I don't even really care who's pitching because, you could have the worst pitcher in the world. You could have Patrick Corbin and Kyle Hendricks going against each other. And with these two let's pretend they play for these two teams and not see runs because these teams aren't hitting the ball. You have the White Sox. Keep in mind, there's only 30 teams in the MLB. The White Sox are 30th and the Twins are 29th in batting average. So we have last and second to last. We have the White Sox are 30th in on base percentage. Twins are 27th. Sox 30th in runs, Twins 28. Sox 30th in home runs, Twins 26. So offensively, these guys aren't producing. They're not producing runs. They're not producing walks. They're not hitting home runs. They're not getting on base. Whatever. The White Sox's offense is just cooked, dead. The Twins, they woke up, sure, but it was against the White Sox. White Sox pitching, whatever. Are the Twins going to drop 7 again? I mean, I think it was an outlier. I don't think so personally. When we look at pitching here, we have Pablo Lopez going, who is a good pitcher. He has been just banged up this year or gotten banged up, but he did just have a really good outing against the Orioles, who are a much more potent offense than what the White Sox. So, I mean, he just held the Orioles down. 6 innings pitched, just 2 hits, just 1 run in that game. So he looked great against the Orioles, who, like I said, is a strong offensive team. Before that, he got beat up by the Tigers in the game that we took the under on. It was surprising, but the Tigers, hit him well. Tigers hit him really well. Tigers certainly aren't known for their offense. It was a bit of an outlier, I guess you can say there too. You got the White Sox pitcher to go in, Fetty. I think is how you say it. I don't know. I'm just a White Sox fan. Went 5-2 against the Royals, 3 hits, 0 runs. He's actually only had 1 bad outing against the Guardians where he gave up 4 runs and 4 hits. Other than that, he's given up 0, 1, and 2 runs. So, I mean, he's pitched pretty good. We have 2 halfway decent teams. Our pitchers, I mean, I guess you would say average, maybe a hair above average, not great. But we have 2 offenses who are literally last. The White Sox are ranked last in every category, and the Twins are ranked, almost, they 29th because the White Sox are beating them. Two bad offensive teams, going against each other, and 2 average pitchers. Looking at ballpark power as well, we have a -7% increase in runs and a -25% decrease in home run chance today, just based off of weather and other factors, ballpark factors there. So we do have a lower projection of runs, if that makes sense. Patrick, if you're still in here, Reds, I would lean Phillies. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Phillies offense has just been clicking, just been looking great. All right. Before we get into the third play, as usual, not as many people watching today. I mean, it's going to happen. The show was absolutely on fire, a week ago, 10 days ago. I mean, I had 60 people in here live. The chat was, bouncing, everything like that. It's not going to be every day. Going in here and liking the video myself. If you haven't liked it, do me a favor, hit that like button for me, please. And subscribe, share, everything like that. Third play today. Man, I didn't even change my thing around. You guys just let me talk. Anyway, well, there's that picture, and then there's this picture. Braves here. Let's just pull me up because there's no use even looking at that. And then that graph, I didn't even mention it. I just wanted to have something be, pulled up or whatever, but that was just showing his earned runs. I mean, showing he's over 4 in all 4 starts. Not a whole lot to say about the last play. That's why it's the last one. Braves run line -1.5. We're going to run it back. Going with the Braves again. We just cashed it yesterday. I said yesterday, best lineup, top to bottom. Talked about Matt Olson and his struggles. Unfortunately, he's like 1 and I don't even know, 24 at this point, probably in hitting. But I mean, he's been hitting the ball hard. I've been taking him. I've been waiting for him to break out of, it's not even a slump. I mean, the guy's hitting the ball hard. Frustrating, but what are you going to do? But the team's been fantastic without Matt Olson really producing. Today they have Fried going, which I can admit is kind of scary. I mean, he's been bad. A 7+ ERA, which is just crazy to see him with that high of an ERA right now. But he pitched against Miami this year with a 6.1 innings pitched and just 1 run allowed. So he had his best start against Miami here just 2 starts ago. It was his best start, best outing. We have this exact same matchup, same pitchers going against. We have Rogers going for the Marlins. We have Fried going for the Braves. The Braves won 8-1 in this exact same matchup. I don't see why we can't see a similar matchup here. I don't see why the Braves don't walk away with this win again. Like I said, exact same matchup. He just owned, pitching wise, he shut him down. And the Braves were able to get to Rogers, hit him well in an 8-1 win. So our third play will be the Braves run line -1.5. Dodgers early. I mean, if you're talking about the DraftKings promo, I mean, that's just not. it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's not worth doing the early up promo if that's what you're talking about, because it's where's that? What the hell did that? Oh, 646, right? Something like that. Yeah, I mean the Dodgers are minus 220 on the money line. It's just not worth taking it. That's why it's the first 5 teams is what I'm after to kind of get after it. First 5 money line is probably juiced to hell too. I'd kind of lean in Astros money line. Kind of like in the Astros for the first 5. They're away. You got the wind blowing out. Astros hitting lefties pretty well. And it's a minus 120 line, pretty even money. And it's a game I think the Astros could win. Both pitchers are actually a little rough, but I think JP France is better. But yeah. New co-host for the NHL. I know zero about NHL. If that's Jacob. Let's see. So we're going to recap here. Oh, you know what? I actually forgot I was trying to see. That's why I was going to download the audio off this website that I use and then post that for the podcast, because I was tired of using 2 separate, things. But then now that I think about it, I normally shut the audio side off and then post that as a smaller thing instead of like doing the talking afterwards. But now I can't do that if I'm going to, download it off of here. So a longer podcast for the audio people are listening just for audio. So let's I'm gonna go ahead and hit the recap here as I usually do. Like I said, not as many people watching today as usual, but I have some home run hitters that I'm kind of interested in. If there's anybody here live that has any particular questions or anything like that, drop them. We can look at a game, look at a hitter. If you guys have any home run hitters that you guys think you like, I mean, certainly share. I'm looking at 4 of them that I need to, try trim one of them off to do a 3-leg. I can't even hit a 2-leg, so why am I going to do a 4-leg? And I don't have a recap screen today, so we're just going to read her off. First play for Lunchtime Lab, April 23rd, Tuesday, April 23rd. 2 more days until the NFL draft. We have the Dodgers first 5 team total over 2.5. The best line is on ESPN Bet. If you don't have ESPN Bet, I'd feel good with the DraftKings first 7, team total over, or if you're on FanDuel and you want to take I think their team total is at 5.5. If you want to take them at 4.5 plus the money line, that might be good, or something like that. I don't love to play the 5.5, but I mean that's certainly an option too. But official play, first 5 team total. Second play, White Sox and Twins under 7.5. Once again, ESPN Bet does have that hook, so I want to take the under 7.5. If you only have 7, that's fine. I just like to try to get rid of the push potential, like we talked about. And then lastly, Braves run line minus 1.5. Going against the Marlins there. There'll be a 3 plays. We're looking for a 3-0 sweep, obviously, but if we just go 2-1, then that's hey, I'll certainly take it. Like I said, for the people that listen on audio, this is normally where I would cut you guys off, but because I did it differently today, I'm gonna have to upload the entire talking. So at this point, this is when y'all can take off or, go ahead and, continue to talk, listen or whatever. If I don't even know, I haven't even really looked at my numbers. I'm pretty sure it's been, I swear, I've asked hey, who listens to the podcast, on the audio side? I swear nobody does. At this, maybe I'll finish the month out here and maybe start doing a warning and maybe just stop doing it. I mean, I pay $20 to sponsor the podcast and upload it to all this stuff every month. And I just don't think anybody listens to it on the audio, because I think YouTube is, probably one of the bigger, things, groups or whatever, Taco, first 5. Let me pull it up. First 5 inning alternate run line. Phillies plus 1.5. Astros plus 1.5. Dodgers plus 2. That seems pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, the only JP France has got a pretty big ERA. And then Phillies should be good. So my only fear would maybe be the Astros, but I mean, that's just me trying to be I don't know, critiquing or whatever, negative Nancy, I guess. Honestly, that seems that's probably pretty solid. I'd be that's the kind of thing that I would do in the NFL or whatever, and the MLB, it's just the MLB is just so crazy. what there's really no true way to do like a safe like builder or whatever. Realistically, it's like the two-leg money lines that I try to do. But like in college football and the NFL, like the teams that should win, barring like a major upset, like they win. You could do the first five, money line. Well, the first half money line, second half, for whatever, plus the quarterback throw for 200 yards. I did that a lot with the Dolphins. Tua to throw for 225 and then to win the first half and the second half. Always like plus 100, plus 110. I ran that like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. What's up, TJ? But okay, yeah, home run hitters real quick. I have 4 of them listed. I need to get rid of one. Trey Turner plus 320. That according to Ballpark Pal, I mean, they just got the Red Stadium is always good for home runs. We got some good wins, some good factors, everything like that. Trey Turner's been, incredibly hot. He has only hit 2 home runs, so he's not really like a home run hitter. I thought of what's it? Bomb? Boom. I always say it wrong. Kind of, but anyway, Trey Turner was my first thought. Tatis JR. He had a fly out that would have been a home run in 14 of 30 stadiums yesterday. He hit a triple yesterday, so he's hitting like extremely well. He hit really, really well yesterday. He just didn't get a hold of one. So I think at plus 330, he was like plus 200 in a lot, by the time the game started. So that's some pretty good value there, to be honest. Yordan Alvarez facing a lefty. He's actually hit more. He's a lefty. He's actually hit more home runs against a lefty than he has a righty. We have wind blowing out in Chicago today. So I think home run wise, I mean, that is just a good look. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll tell you here in a second. Let me just pull my cheat sheet up here. So Wicks is only giving up 1 home run, which doesn't mean that he can't give up a home run again. But I mean, he has only given up 1 home run. And then the fourth one that I had was our boy Isaac Paredes plus 450. That's the highest odds. And I'll be honest with you, it was just really because Maeda's pitching and he gives up the most home runs in the year. And that's kind of why I had him as a fourth one. Bellinger has been hitting the ball pretty well. Bellinger has been hitting. That's not a bad look either. JP Sears is a righty, though, I think, right? And then Belly normally hits really well against lefties. Yeah, he's a righty. That's not bad, but Bellinger hits really well against lefties. Like, I feel like most of his home runs this year is probably against lefties. Oops. Oh, damn. What the hell? Baseball savant. Bellinger. Splits. Oh, I'm wrong. He's hit 3 home runs against righties. He bats only 183 against righties, but he bats 333 against lefties. Who did I actually see? Justin Turner, I noticed the other day. Justin Turner is batting 700 against lefties. Did y'all see that? Notice that? There's not many people watching right now, but that's wild. So like I got to keep an eye on that. I'm leaning Astros. Biggie, leaning Astros. I mentioned it earlier. I was on the Phillies yesterday and that hit, but I passed. I don't know. I don't think you're in the Discord. Passed on giving it in the Discord just because I've been, kind of colder, trying to manage units, everything like that. But it's a little frustrated that, of course, I didn't share a play and it hit. And then it's like as soon as you share a play, it goes to hell. Like betting on Mike Trout. Yeah, I'm pulling Justin Turner up right now. 727. But he's 13 at bats, 8 hits, 4 doubles, a home run, 7 RBIs. It's insane. It's crazy. Batting 727. So big time, like waiting to see the next time he is facing a lefty. So those of y'all that show up, There's only 8 people in here right now. Those of y'all that show up on a regular basis, we need to pay attention to when Justin Turner faces a lefty again, because it's just, hey, out of principle, you just got to get after that. His dude's been mashing against lefties, it seems. But yeah, Biggie feeling Astros, just big bats, wind blowing out. Anyway, I forgot we were talking about home runs. I think we take Paredes out just because I only really had him in there because Mieta has been giving up so many home runs. But the Rays, realistically, as a team, hasn't been hitting a lot of home runs. So no, TJ, just talk. We're talking about him against a lefty. He's batting 727 versus lefties. Justin Turner is. Biggie, I did do it. Like I said, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I bet it. And then what did I see? Oh, I looked at the lineup and I was like, oh, Bryce Harper's not in. He's on paternity leave. Like, I forgot about that. Him and Machado both. That's funny. So I was nervous about it, and I'm like, like, I don't know. Then I'm thinking like, okay, what's the full game look like? Let me see. I forget what the bullpen's like. Oh, wait, the Phillies have the worst bullpen in the league. Bryce Harper's not in. Like, I'm gonna skip it. And then they freaking, score one in the second and one in the third, I think, and then cash it. Sucks. Taco. Yeah, I mean, what's it? I don't. How do you say his first name? Teoscar Hernandez. He hits lefties pretty well. Yeah, TJ, I've been getting killed on walks. Like, I was on Mike Trout yesterday, caught 2 walks. Salvador Perez the other day, I think he caught 2 or 3 walks. Trout sucked yesterday. Trout and Aaron Judge has 0 clutch bone. If they were playing on Road to the Show, their clutch would be negative. They would have 0 clutch points. I don't know why. I keep trying to go to this Dodger game, and I keep going to the bottom because I'm used to that. Hernandez is a plus 330 to hit home run. I'm not completely sold on Trey Turner. So if we liked Hernandez better, I think TJ, you came in and said you liked him. I'm not completely sold on Trey Turner. I say we do that. So how many home runs did Corbin give up? I forgot. Let me look at my thing. Let me look at my graph. Let's get up 3 in 4 starts. All right. Let's do that. We'll take out Trey Turner because I wasn't like overly sold on him anyway. So we're gonna go for the home run parlay today. TJ, does your show start today, by the way, in an hour? I was gonna try to tune in and watch if it's live. For the home run, we're thinking Fernando Tatis Jr. plus 330, Jordan Alvarez plus 250. I don't know how to say the dude's name. I'm just gonna say Hernandez plus 320. Plus 6,221 for the home run lotto for today. I think that's solid. I think that's pretty good. I think that's good. If y'all don't have anything else, I think I'll probably get out of here. The show's at 4 now. Teoscar. Let's look at it real fast. I do this all the time. Teo Scar. Teo Scar. Teo Scar. Teo Scar. Teo Scar. Yeah, makes sense. Whatever. As long as he gets home run, I don't. I can call him Billy for all I care. I didn't look at it, but if it's a boost, I normally say that's a trap. Yeah, that does look actually. That's not bad, but definitely not something I'd feel like overly confident in, or like putting a lot of money on. I don't know. Like those are normally only capped to like 25, $50 or something like that, depending on what your unit is. Not a bad bet, but I don't know what it is just to parlay it together either. But normally someone's gonna get hurt or something's gonna happen. Those bets are like just 9 times out of 10, they're just bad. Or not bad. They just somebody gets hurt or something like that. But then yeah, there you go. There you go. But all right. Yeah, I'm gonna close it out. Not as many people watching today, but hey, it's better than zero. Continuing to do this and hoping to have some kind of breakout, at some point. So just need to continue to win. And there was a period, I think like last month, we had won like 12, 13 winning days in a row or something like that. So it's harder to do that certainly in baseball, but we'll give it a shot. So we got those 3 plays up. We got the home run parlay that I'll post out on Twitter too. And I think that's all I got. Appreciate you guys though. Oh, and then once again, audio. Like I completely did this wrong. Next time, I'm certainly not going to just download the audio because it's not feasible. I have to download 37 minutes of audio. I feel like it's going to take forever. But I appreciate you guys, and I will plan on seeing you guys back tomorrow at 11:30 as always. See ya.